finally happened. I met the perfect girl. Her name is Natalie, and she's a preschooler.
FBI, open up!
Hello, welcome to LTM Reviews, where I get you caught up on the oldest movies, and welcome back to Illumination Month. Now after trying to do original movies like Secret Life of Pets and Sing, Illumination decided to go on to make the final of the Despicable Me movies, Despicable Me 3. I think this is going to be the last one of the movies. I don't know if they're planning a fourth one or not, but I know this is the last one for now. At least before Minions 2. But anyways, that's a different thing. So, in Despicable Me 3, you have Gru and Lucy. They're now married and they're now teamed up in this corporation, but they got fired from their job. And there's this subplot about Gru finding his long-lost brother Drew, which is also played by Steve Carell. And you got this another subplot with Minions in prison. And you got this one subplot with one of the sisters not want to date this one kid who actually likes her, likes one of the girls, and you got this one plot with one of the other girls trying to find a unicorn, and then it's just all over the place. Out of all the Despicable Me movies, or even out of all the Illumination movies, in my opinion, Despicable Me 3 is probably my least favorite of these movies, at least in my opinion. I know some people may like it, but I don't know that many people do, but in my opinion, this is the weakest of the bunch. Well, first of all, there's like way too much stuff going on in Despicable Me 3. I couldn't even follow the plot. The only plot that I could even follow, I guess, as far as I know, are just the Minions in prison and Gru and Drew involving their relationship. Maybe if it just focused on at least those two elements or those two stories, I could have forgiven it a little bit more. But then I forgot to mention the villain, who I forgot. Balthazar Brad, I think is the villain. I forgot his name. He's the purple dude. He's voiced by Trey Parker, the creator of South Park. So that's pretty good. I like that. He's Trey Parker. He's a very funny man. He's basically the best thing in this movie. I have to give him that. That's very creative. He's very creative, and I like some of the 80s references he gives us and all that. So there's that. I like the villain in this movie. He's probably not my favorite villain, but he's probably one of the funnier ones. The story's all over the place. The animation, it's fine. It's the same Illumination animation that we've seen in the past few movies. The characters, they're fine. I mean, they're not bad. They're the same. You don't learn anything much from them. The soundtrack, I will say, is decent. I mean, like I said, but nothing really anything new involved. And I will say I did like Steve Carell. I had to give Steve Carell credit for at least doing 2 Grus. Like, instead, he also does Drew and Gru, so you got to give him that. But that's really about it. I mean, Despicable Me 3 is not bad. Nothing made me cringe, but it's just a very weak sequel, and I feel like it's kind of a disappointing ending to the trilogy. It's not the worst movie or anything. It's just not my favorite Despicable Me 3, and I just didn't get into it as much as the first 2. Or even Minions, for that matter. At least Minions had a lot going for it. My score for Despicable Me 3, I give it a 6 out of 10. It's probably my least favorite of the Despicable Me 3 franchise, and to be honest, I kind of hope it stops here, because I really don't know what else you can do with these guys. I mean, I like these characters and all, but I just don't see the point of making a fourth one, if they ever do. I don't know if they are, but you never know. But anyways, that's all for Despicable Me 3. So after Despicable Me 3, we of course got another Dr. Seuss adaptation, which is The Grinch. Not the Jim Carrey movie, but the Benedict Cumberbatch version, which that's next time's review. This is LTM signing out, and Illumination Month is still going. I'll see you guys next time.
Who's out here having dinner? Who could it be? Whose toes are those? Who's that great ape right there? Sugriva. Is it dinner time? Is it dinner time? Oh, I think it is. I think
it is. Wait a second. Before we attack each other and tear ourselves to shreds like a pack of maniacs, let's just open the sack first and see what's actually in it. It might not even be worth the trouble.
Hi. Okay, it's worth it.